today my husband and I spent 2 hours with a Monsieur Cédric Beaulieu, and he's 89 years old, and there's hardly anybody in his age that's left, and he just had so many stories to tell, and I think now we'll be able to more formally gather those stories. The people who live here have undergone a lot of adversity to keep their language and culture. This acknowledgement of the value of their lives and sacrifices merits this building and its precious content. Merci beaucoup. One more thing, because this just arrived in the mail. When I moved from Crocker Hall when I was a student because I had a roommate, and a bunch of us wanted to have our own rooms. And Dickey Hall was an old building, but we had our own rooms. A young woman, Norma Landry Saucier now, became ill one semester. And we decided that her classmates, that we would not let her lose her semester. And we worked very hard to make sure that she was able to cover all the bases. And we're very proud of ourselves. And we've stayed connected, these people and Norma. Well, I got a letter today, and she said, my son is working on a thesis, and his topic is Acadian deportation and prejudices they've overcome, etc. Can you guide him to information, archives, publications, etc.? Appreciate any info you can give him. Et voilà, madame.
We are very privileged and delighted today to have a group of talented musicians performing traditional Acadian music. Our ensemble consists of vocalist Lucy LeBlanc of Fort Kent, fiddler Lionel Doucette, bass guitarist Edward Levasseur, and pianist Joan Barron, all of Madawaska. Lucy will now be performing the well-known and loved Acadian song, Evangeline.
Sorry, there's no volume. Now there is. You are all welcome to sing along with me. Vous êtes tous bienvenus à me rejoindre dans ma chanson. Je n'avais plus ce rêve du jeune âge qui souriant m'annonçait le bonheur et confiant en cet heureux présage, mais jeunes gens s'écoulaient sans douleur. Il est si doux au printemps de la vie d'aimer l'amour, les amis de son cœur, de vivre heureux au sein de la patrie. Loin du danger, à l'abri du malheur. Loin du danger, à l'abri du malheur. Évangélie, Évangélie, ton chant ici, ton noble nom, dans le vallon, sur la colline, l'écho répète et nous répond, Évangélie, Évangélie. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. Thank you.
Merci. The Acadian Archives collects documents relevant to regional history, genealogy, and the cultural heritage of the Valley's Acadian culture. In addition to scholarly research, the Archives offers an active outreach program of presentations, workshops, technical assistance, and school activities focusing on local history and culture and on preservation and the use of primary resources. Since the doors of the archives first opened in 1991, the individual leading this very important work has been the director of the archives, Lisa Ornstein. Today, Lisa will share with us what the opening of this facility will mean for the initiatives undertaken by her staff and the benefits to our visitors. Lisa.
Merci. Monsieur le chancelier, Monsieur le Président, l'honorable John Martin, chers invités, chers collègues, chers amis. Ben, j'arrive pas à le croire. Je suis vraiment émue. On a dit que je barrassais là. J'avais la parlotte, mais vraiment, je me sens assez bouche bée. C'est très très touchant pour moi d'être ici et de me sentir entourée de tant de monde de près de loin là, qui ont contribué, qui a soutenu là, les efforts de créer ce que nous allons visiter très bientôt. I'm so moved and so delighted and so happy to be here today with all of you. So many faces I know and see from the community, from across the valley, from across the river, from across the province and into Quebec. I'm so very honored, and on behalf of the archives, I want to express my gratitude and my thanks to all of you, to this university, to the many people who have contributed to getting us where we are today at this grand opening of the archives. It's a wonderful day, and I'm very grateful to be part of it. Okay, well, I'm just going to gloss over the surface of things because I want you all to come and visit, and to visit often this wonderful new facility that we have. But just to talk briefly about the impact on scholarly research, I have to say that just the sheer dimensions of this new facility with respect to what we had before is probably one of our great gains. We have a big, beautiful, comfortable, and welcoming reading room available for our researchers. Attendez que vous voyez les tables, elles sont assez belles. We have a facility that is big enough now that we can put resources at our researchers' fingertips that we used to have to place behind lock and key, or they were just far away. And actually, we were spread out between 3 different rooms, and now all our public area is all centralized. We have many improved services that I think will make research and scholarship a lot easier. We won't have to send you out into the library if you want to make a photocopy. We will soon have a microfilm fish reader printer right on site. We have public access computers for consulting our online catalog and the databases that we have. We have an open stacks area where our collection of books and serials and published AV materials are now easily browsable. We have a wonderful conference room and display area where we hope to program events and exhibits like the one that you'll be visiting today if you go on the tour. It's going to be equipped with state-of-the-art multimedia like Nano Hall, so we'll really have all of the technology at our fingertips. Some of the events and the exhibits that will take place in that new room will be based on the scholarly research of the archive staff. I think the exhibits that are there now, the display, the gallery display is one that was put together by the archive staff, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my co-curator, Randy DeVoe, for his extraordinary work. And I also want to thank the families and the artists and artisans of Tradition d'ici, many of whom I see here this afternoon, for being so kind in loaning objects so that we could make a display that really helps to tell your story. Other projects will be the result of collaborations with faculty, students, and scholars from the Valley and from beyond. We have 2 scholarly research projects currently in the works, one of which will be completing this fall, so I just want to talk to you very quickly about it. It is a website that we've been working on for several years now, based on the publication Acadian Culture in Maine, which was a collaboration between the Library of Congress and the National Park Service. It's a 92-page booklet. It's been out of print for years, but it's got wonderful information, wonderful photographs, and we've created, with the help of a very talented local young man named Steve Michaud, who's a web designer, a web publication that I'm sure is going to be of use to teachers and students and all people who are interested in knowing about the rich history of the Valley. And we hope to go live with that sometime this fall, so stay posted. We'll be back to you about that. And we've also begun discussions with faculty on our campus. Just over the last month, I've had discussions with the education faculty about developing lesson plans based on that website. I've spoken with a forestry professor about doing an exhibit about the history of lumbering in our area. Our dynamic new French professor, I buttonholed, and we're talking about doing some research projects that use the facilities and the resources at the archives. So I'm very excited about the future of scholarship and what we can do to support it. As for community outreach, which is also an important part of our mission, là, enfin, on va pouvoir accueillir des étudiants encore une fois. On le faisait avant, il y avait dans la pièce d'à côté, là, il y a une petite salle là, dans la bibliothèque, puis c'était le 24-hour study room. Puis là, il y avait des groupes d'écoliers qui arrivaient, mais à un moment donné, avec l'âge informatique, là, il n'y avait plus de tables, c'était toutes des workstations. Et là, il n'y avait plus de possibilité d'accueillir des étudiants. Alors donc, j'ai donc hâte de recommencer cela. Ça va être un grand plaisir. So I'm really looking forward to welcoming students from across the primary and secondary school system in the Valley. A commitment to K through 12 is a very important part of this university's mission, and we certainly want to support that. We'll also be able to welcome community groups, and I won't have to tell the tour bus from the Maine Geographic Alliance to stop at my house. I'll actually be able to welcome the teachers at this beautiful new facility. Genealogists, you're going to love the new layout in the reading room. We've brought out a lot of the collections that you'll be wanting to use, the published materials. We've even created a use file for the most heavily consulted of our archival collections. They'll be right out at your fingertips in the reading room. And of course, the exhibit and conference room, I hope that will become a field trip destination for students and teachers from all over Aroostook County, and of course, everyone in the community. So I want to just take one moment to express my thanks to the people on this campus. And I must say, the library staff and the physical plant staff have provided us with an incredible amount of support. I want to thank the administration. I want to thank John Murphy for his endless understanding and my constant stream of requests for this, that, and the other. John Martin's quite right. We're right. I've been begging for 14 years, I guess. But here we are, and what a great day it is. So thank you so much for coming. Merci beaucoup.
A couple more important thank yous, and we're going to cut that ribbon. Many individuals are responsible for the facility that we are about to officially open. At this time, I would like to acknowledge the work of the building committee members joining us today. And I would ask that they stand and remain standing. Vice President for Administration, John Murphy. Richard Bouchard, UMFK's Director of Facilities Management. Not with us today, I don't believe, is Professor Susan Hillman, former Associate Professor of Education. Sharon Johnson, Dean of Information Services. Naomi Nicholas, Administrative Assistant in the President's Office. Where are you, Naomi? Lisa Ornstein, Director of the Acadian Archives. Scott Voisin, Director of Student Services. And Alan Sear from the University of Maine System Facilities Management Office. Would you all please join me in thanking these individuals who worked on this project. A great committee. Finally, I would also like to acknowledge the architectural firm, Port City Architecture of South Portland, designers of this building, and J.P. Martin and Sons, the general contractors from Caribou, who constructed the facility. Would representatives of Port City Architecture and J.P. Martin please stand and be recognized. It is now time to explore this wonderful new facility. Symbolically, we will cut the ribbon in front of the new entrance to Blake Library, which will also serve as the main entryway to access the Acadian Archives. Funding for the new entrance, which you will be passing through, which was provided through a grant from the Stephen and Tabitha King Foundation last year. So that is also a new piece of construction of which we are very proud. Following the ribbon cutting, I invite all of you to please join us inside the library for refreshments. Tours of the new archives will be depart from the inside entrance to the new building. So we'll all be inside, you can have something to eat, and then periodically we'll be doing tours.